Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. We're waiting some moments until everyone's joining the webinar. I'm very sorry about the delay. There was some technical issues, so thank you for staying in our webinar and waiting for us to start. So, hello, everyone. We're just waiting a second, and then let's start. All right, I see more people coming in. Great. All right, and let's start our webinar. Welcome everyone to our webinar today about the MBA program and about entrepreneurship. This is our second online event this year. We already had a masterclass last week, and today is our first webinar in 2026, so thank you for joining. Today, our guest speaker is our Professor Benoit Elbrun, who is a professor in marketing department at ECB Paris campus, and also our academic dean of the MBA program. So it's great to have you here. Today, our interesting topic for our entrepreneurs and also those who are interested in the startup atmosphere, for example, is about entrepreneurship mindset, myths and fantasies. So my name is Barbara Schledon. I'm in charge of recruitment admissions on the Berlin campus for the MBA program. And so maybe some of you have been in contact with me already, or maybe in the future, I'm looking forward to. If you have any questions during our presentation, please feel free to use the Q&A button, and then we will get to your questions primarily at the end of our webinar, so we're happy to receive your questions. All right, so as previously said, Professor Benoit Elbrun is a professor in marketing and our academic dean, and thank you for your time joining us today for our webinar and presenting. So I also let you the floor for a short welcome note.
Thank you, Barbara. It's my pleasure to be with you today. So thank you for joining. So I will go very quick on the school. Okay, so my objective is to present the program, and in this presentation I will talk a little bit about entrepreneurship. Okay, so I don't know, Barbara, if you want to comment the figures on the school or no.
Yes, sure. I can
Yeah,
continue.
yeah.
So, yeah, a short overview about ECB Business School. As you may know, which is very special about ECP, our several campuses across Europe. So we have campuses in Berlin, London, Madrid, Paris, Turin, and Warsaw to really give our students international exposure, experience of studying abroad. We are the first business school in the world because we were established over 200 years in 1819, and we're also multi-accredited, so by several accreditations, and we have 5 European higher education standards. Regarding the programs, we have a full portfolio, so beginning from the bachelor's to master MBAs and also PhD and executive education, so for all ranges and all ages. And in total, we have over 11,000 students currently in all the different programs. And regarding the diversity, our students are coming from many different nationalities or countries, so around 140 different countries. Regarding
Yes.
our academic stuff, so we have also 220 research active professors who are also quite international, so representing 45 nationalities on the different campuses. And in addition to this, we have also a lot of academic alliances in Europe and in the world in 50 countries where we work together in researching and study programs.
Okay, very good.
All
Thank you.
right.
Okay, thank you, Barbara. So just to show you where things take place, if you come to Paris, so this is the Paris campus, which was designed by the architect Jean Nouvel. Very campus with a lot of circulation and light, very impressive campus. And this is just to remind that we got an award from Pret and Quants as the best business school in 2025. So you see our academic dean here, Francesco Rattalino, getting the the medal. Okay, so the objective here is to focus on something in which we clearly believe within the MBA is that we consider that we can help you to craft your destiny. So that's why I took two books here, which I think are really in line with the kind of things we are doing together. So talking about creativity in how we think and how we act, and also this idea of craftsmanship that was theorized by a very interesting American and sociologist called Richard Sennett, who was basically saying that we are all craftsmen of our life because we experience to learn skills to be able to overcome the resistance of materiality. And I think that we can expand that to the fact of being a MBA participant because we are providing a number of skills. And what is important is that we are very into making things, not just about thinking. And I just want to show you an extract of a short video which was done in last September with the latest cohort that we had on the campus, and where you see that for 2 days, participants were about uh, working with their hands. So I will start with that.
I'm not sure if you can hear the sound because
There is no sound?
I can't hear the sound.
Oh, sorry. So I'm sorry.
Probably it's
Uh,
yes, for with sharing there must be some
sorry, 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 sorry.
additional.
Oh,
I
doesn't,
didn't.
does, well,
So
anyway, it doesn't allow me to shut the sound, so that doesn't
Ah,
matter.
all right.
It doesn't matter. We will do without the video. It was just to show you that we are really into making things, okay, and not just into. Sorry. Up. Okay, should be better. Okay, so you see, so now you have seen the campus and the kind of thing we're starting with. Okay, so creativity is very important. We have also a new seminar starting this year with my colleague Sylvain Bureau, with into entrepreneurship, which is called the Improbable seminar. Okay, so it's like helping us to get away from our comfort zone. So shaking conventional ideas, okay, and stuff. So I will go now into what we really believe in, because I'm sure that you are now getting information about different programs, and so it's important to know where you want to spend your time and your energy. So our core beliefs is that we are really against any kind of bullshit. So it's about thinking, learning, but also acting, so doing things. And because we think that learning is a key activity of citizenship, and for that, we need methodologies, but also we need critical thinking, which means that we never take things for granted. And we are very cautious about the big narratives that circulate in the social discourse, which means also the constant articulation of theory and practice. So we are not focused on academic learning, but on theoretical background. So with a clear frame to think and also to act. So we have a lot of practitioners that are teaching in the program, because basically we are here together to imagine the world in which we want to live. And that's why we believe in the idea of utility, so the kind of impact that we can have on society. So based on that, what are our main points of difference? So it's the fact that you are exposed to 5 different European campuses. I will explain that in a minute. So critical thinking, I talked about it. We are experiencing different kind of skills, but what is important for us is the math skills and the pragmatic skills. So how to articulate mind and body. We have an hybrid formula because you can also follow the MBA online. So that's very important. And that also, of course, help you to foster your professional mobility and the fact that you will then be part of a very large network of alumni. And the last thing, which is important, because usually when we talk about MBA, that's a luxury product, so we don't talk about price, but we can say that we are the best value for money MBA in the sense that it's a lot cheaper than some MBAs you can have in the United States, for example, but the quality is very, very, very good. So, those are the technical information, okay, about the duration, okay. So it's a rather a short program that you can follow either on campus or online or even in an hybrid format. And we will see that it articulates different elements, okay, including professional training and experience, and of course, international diversity, because we are clearly in a very European and international positioning in the school. And so the way things are organized is that you first have an onboarding stage from July to September with all the prerequisites. So depending on what you did before the MBA. And then we start with an induction seminar. So we start early September. And then you will spend 4 months in Paris. I mean, 4 months from early September to end of January. So it's rather 5 months. So it's either Paris or online with a first company project, which is focused on sustainability, because this is really something in which we believe in the school. And then we go for a second period that you can either choose to go to London or to Berlin. So with different types of courses, or also you can follow online. So this is February to May, and then in the middle of May, you have the third period, which is about specializations, which cannot be followed online. So you must go to one of the two campuses. So it's either Madrid, which is rather on entrepreneurship specialization, or Torino, which is more about luxury. And then you have a second company project, so that you have two in the whole MBA. So during those different periods, you have six seminars. So the iLead project. So that in those seminars, we help you to define your personal project. So you have a tutor, okay, helping you for that. We have a seminar on problem solving and decision making. Of course, a seminar to help you do the thesis. So it's on research methodology. We have a game. So it's an international business simulation. So we organize different teams, and there is a competition. And that starts in the middle of February. Then we have the seminar improbable I talked about, and of course we have a closing seminar which is more focused on design thinking. So those are the core modules. I will not develop because those are the standard courses that you find in any MBA program. So you go through the different disciplines of management and business, from finance to marketing, to operation management, of course, sustainability, leadership, strategy, etc. So those are the core modules, okay? So nothing original here, even though we try to teach those modules in a kind of a singular way. And then we have those different areas of specializations. So that can be consulting, okay? That can be entrepreneurship, so in Madrid, luxury, and fintech and innovation. So those are really the core elements that you can learn when going on our different campuses. So it means that to summarize, you have the possibility to go to three campuses. So one is Paris, then it's either London or Berlin, then it's either Madrid or it's Torino. The CCP projects are very important for us. So we work with leading international companies. You can see some examples on the right of the slide in different universities, service, banking, insurance, telecom, etc. The net economy, of course. And so in the CCP, you have to work as consultants. So that's a group work. And you work on a project. So it's on a case given by the company. And you have to present your work in front of the board of the company. So that's very involving, and you touch different dimensions of a business project. So that's very important, okay, because it tries to articulate a pragmatic approach with, of course, all the theories that you go through the different courses. Of course, we have a very strong career service. So we are very devoted to helping you find the job of your dream, because usually you're attracted to come into an MBA program to maybe boost your career or maybe to boost your salary. So we are here to help you think about your future, what are the possibilities, and so we put you in contact with different people, because the network, as you can see, is extremely large. It's almost 100,000 alumni. And so we have a service which is exclusively dedicated to MBA participants, knowing that also you might have contact with participants from our executive MBA. You have some afternoons which are reserved for career activities, okay, and highly projects that I talked to you about. And so basically, the objective is to help you refine your career plans. We have company visits, individual coaching, also boot camp. So a number of activities which are fine-tuned to help you really find the best opportunities for you that really suit your project. So sorry. So that is basically about the alumni. Okay, so I will not comment again, but what you see is the diversity of countries and the different types of interactions that you may have with those people, because the SCP, I think, is characterized by a very kind of family culture. So it's a very kind of horizontal culture. So we are not into arrogance or being pretentious. So we are really here to help you best way we can. And so that's why when you enter the school, in fact, you enter a big family where empathy is something very important. So people are always ready to help you and to do the best they can for you. And so that's the network here is a very strong dimension of the program. One word about entrepreneurship, because entrepreneurship is something which is usually considered as something sacred or like a myth. So we are not into this kind of mythification of entrepreneurs. But entrepreneur is really in the roots of the school, because the school was founded more than 200 years ago by an economist whose name was Jean-Baptiste Say, and he's the guy who invented the word entrepreneur. So it's really in the DNA of the school, and we really believe into being an entrepreneur, an entrepreneur of oneself also. That is important. That's why I was talking about craft your destiny, because I think this is the positioning of the program, and well, I mean the positioning we want to build. And that's why we have different incubators, so blue factories on our different campuses. So we can really help you to accelerate your project if you want to be in a startup mode. And so we have the opportunity to pitch any your business ideas. that you may have from courses or that you may have when coming to the school. And so you can pitch to investors. And of course, we will help you to enrich and develop your entrepreneurship skills with our entrepreneur spirit that characterize the school. So entrepreneurship is really something important, which means that we challenge, uh, a kind of conventional way of seeing things, and so the fact of making things yourself is a very important dimension of the program. Okay, and so maybe now I can leave back the word to Barbara, maybe because
Mhm.
she is an expert on the admission elements, and then I will of course be very happy to answer any kind of questions on the academic part of the program.
Mhm. Yes, sure. Thank you, so far. So
Okay.
yeah, about the admission and financials. So if you consider to apply, the main requirements to apply is, of course, that you're proficient in English because the complete program will be in English. There will be some language courses as well for in German or in French, but for the program, proficiency in English is required. Then regarding your degree, you either need a 4-year degree or a master's degree or a bachelor degree with 180 ECTS, and which is also relevant, at least 3 years of professional work experience after graduation. Um, Regarding the fees, these are the fees for the complete program. Of course, we also have scholarships and grants which are available. On the website, you can see that there's 3 topic-related scholarships that you can apply for. There, you're applying with writing a small essay about NGO entrepreneurship, about women in leadership, and also, yeah, one about entrepreneurship, as mentioned, um, and also additional grants. The process of application is that you first go on our application portal. There you can upload all your documents, like your CV, the degree certificates, fill out also short essays about your career development, about your projects, and also to recommendations from your employer, maybe also a professor that you were in good contact. And then once you have submitted all these documents on the application portal, the next step is an online interview with the academic dean, the director of studies, or also business professionals. And that's mainly to get to know you personally, to um, get to know your motivation for the program. What is your career experience and the learning curve of your previous working experience, but also what is your goal with the MBA after the MBA? So yeah, basically to get to know you and also your passions, your motivation. So that's the basic information about the admissions. But of course, if you have any additional questions, feel free to write it in the chat as well. And otherwise, here you can also see some of our alumni that have graduated in the last years. So where you can see a bit, they're coming from different backgrounds, like, for example, engineering degrees, also in science, but are often looking for a change in sector and industry. And here you can see what is their new position after the MBA. For example, now Ludovic changed as a senior account manager at Google, or Leah is now a healthcare global business development and strategic manager. And also, Jun came from languages or literature and now is a senior program manager at Amazon. So here you can see it's really a development in the different positions from what they did before the MBA and then afterwards, with the support of our career service, of course, and also the different possibilities for connections during the weekly career events, but also the company consultancy projects and our network. All right, then let's get to the next slide. So here you can see the contacts of my colleague on the Paris campus, Isabel. But in general, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out per email, per call. We also offer like on Zoom calls if you have additional questions. But of course, as you're here now, and you're also very welcome to ask your questions in the chat so that we can answer them right now. I also see that there are 2 open questions.
So maybe I can stop the sharing. What you think, Barbara?
Yes, for now. If there are
Okay.
questions about the slides, we can open
Okay.
them
Okay.
again.
Okay.
All right.
We can
Thank you.
find, so I see a question. We can find a career in the film industry, right? Yes. So the answer is yes, of course, but there is no reason you wouldn't find a career in the film industry if you want to. We have some contacts in cultural industries, in the film industry, the music industry. So that's yes, of course, clearly yes.
Mhm.
So, are there art courses? That's a very good question because that raises the issue of what are the frontiers of art. Okay, so do you put design thinking in art? Do you think that you put the improbable seminar in art? Yes, because in the improbable seminar you will have to design yourself a work of art. So, and there will be an exhibition that will be organized with those work of art. So the answer is clearly yes. And so we are navigating between craftsmanship and artistic dimension. That's very interesting, I think. Always pushing the frontiers, yes, and be creative.
Thank you very much. So, if you have any further questions, yeah, one about the scholarships.
There are scholarships, okay, so different levels of scholarship. And this is something that we discuss based on your presentation, and that we give you the amount of the scholarship once you have completed your interview, okay, with us. So in the recruitment process, and usually we give you an amount of scholarship.
In
So that,
addition to these scholarships that you're awarded after the interview, there are also the scholarships that you can apply for after being admitted. And there you can download the PDF with where you can write or describe your project, write a short essay about the idea, about either women in leadership, NGO, nonprofit, and also entrepreneurship. So there, this application would be after the admission, but with the admission, yeah, you can also profit from our grants. And for the early applications, so for everyone who is submitting the application before the 29th, there's also a fall offer, again, with a discount of 7,000 euros.
so weekly hours. Well, basically, you have to consider it's really a full-time involvement because it's not only teaching, but you have the group projects. You have the visit with your the corporate the company project. So it's really full-time. So you don't really have time to do something else. And so it's like a heavy workload. That is clear. So
And it
now
also,
for the English test, I will leave Barbara explain to you what is
mm,
the exact rule, the German
yes.
way.
Yes, about the exact rule. So if you have studied at least 2 years in English or also worked in English and you can prove this with the documentation, then you can also be exempted from the English test. So here I would recommend to reach out to your recruiter to discuss this again, that you can also send a transcript with where we can see the language of instruction during your bachelor and master. But definitely, there can be exemptions of the test if you can prove that you have several years of English experience. Then there's,
Uh, yes, so for the CCP, of course, there are job opportunities because a company are looking for your advice and methodologies, but also they are looking for profiles. So that clearly something they are looking for. So clearly. Uh, Yes. Okay. So, will there be any package for that? You mean package? I suppose some grants. I suppose that's your question. Uh, so if you are living in an English-speaking country, I think you don't need to have the English test. But so you have to know that we have very involved into affordability, and so we that's why we spend a lot of money to distribute grants. You have to know that grants represents 5% of the school budget. So that's the highest amount you can find in a business school. And we are really into welcoming people and so trying to always find solutions when there is an economic issue. So that you have to be reassured about that. And you can talk to the team and they will always find solutions for you to come to the school. That's very what we believe in.
Mhm. And also, yeah, regarding the English test, as mentioned before, if you are, of course, a native speaker or living in an English-speaking country and working there, then in this case, I would also recommend to reach out to a recruiter because if you have worked there for 3 years minimum, then you can be exempted from the English test. And as previously was question to get more information about the CCPs itself, here maybe to give a bit more details, like these are group projects with normally around 5 students, and then you work on a specific business case, which can be in many different fields. Like we had one in tech or in healthcare or pharmacy. So there are different possibilities that one is focused on the on sustainability topic compared with one of combined with one of these industries, and the other one connected to your specialization. So there are these 4 specializations: fintech innovation, luxury, entrepreneurship, and consulting. So there you already know a bit what to expect. And with this company consultancy projects, then you're in contact with the company, presenting also your results, what you have done in your project. So there are many possibilities to be in contact. All right. Are there any additional questions? And thank you so far for your questions that you had so far. There's one. Maybe that's more for you, Professor Benoit.
So I try to understand the question. What you clearly look at in the giving space to start, can you can you be an advanced entrepreneur based on your skills? So I'm not sure I really understand the question. Whether it's about the required skills to be entrepreneur, and so that's, I mean, having a strong beliefs and motivation and methodology, because I think an entrepreneur is not like an isolated genius. So he works in an ecosystem, and he requires to have some discipline, methodologies, to really clarify the project and look at the different dimensions, of course, the market dimensions, the finance dimension, and the different elements. But I don't know if this is exactly the question. So maybe if you could maybe clarify a little bit what the question is about.
Let's wait if there are coming some details. Okay.
Okay, wait a
Working
minute.
on it. Let's see if you have any additional questions. Next, this one, then of course feel free. 。 Ah, okay. Now here it is.
So I'm not sure I understand better because then you're bringing in another issue, which is the indecence. So can you please re-explain the second part of the question about indecence and the content creation so that I'm sure I understand the question. So what is important is that in the program, we are not just talking about cases from multinationals. We are also working with entrepreneurs to develop some new projects, and that's so that you can be in contact with, I mean, the real entrepreneur spirit.
And let's see. Ah, yeah.
Ah, okay. Yes, of course. I mean, you can be entrepreneur or as anything you want. And of course, content creator is part of is part of entrepreneurship. Yes, of course. So that's for me. Yes, very clear.
All right. So then we have answered this question. Looking at the time, we're already at the end, but as we are started a bit later, if you have any questions right now, um, that's still a possibility. Otherwise, feel free to reach out to us per email or phone or by booking a call. But I think
Okay. Anyway, thank you very much for your time.
thank you, Professor Benoit Ebrun, for your time and for
Thank you. You're
presenting
welcome. You're welcome.
today. It's interesting to hear. And yeah, for the next webinars, there will come more in the next few weeks. So stay tuned, watch out for the mailings and also for updates on the website if you want to join for upcoming events. And yeah, thank you everyone for joining today. And as already mentioned, if you have further questions, please feel free to contact us again. And then I wish you all a wonderful day and see you soon.
Barbara, thank you. See you
Merci
soon.
beaucoup. Thank you.
Merci.